So people think you need thousands of dollars, a fancy office, a huge fancy camera to start a content agency. But I'm here to tell you I had none of that. Absolutely none of that. I started with a phone, an old camera, and a laptop. And to be honest, I'm not gonna tell you I'm here making 20 to 30,000 a month yet, but I can promise you, you will get clients if you follow this video. So for anyone who just wants the crazy numbers that I don't have yet, I'm currently averaging around 1,500 to 2,000 a month with this business. I'm not telling you that that's not much. Honestly, you can't live off of that. But no matter what number you get to, you always hear people telling you to go get a real job, or are you a TikTok influencer? Avoid that, ignore that, whatever you want to do to handle that. That really is something I should tell you, because you're gonna get that. And if you're just starting out, be prepared to get that a lot. If this is your first business, you're gonna get that 10 times the amount that you will get if it's a third or fourth business. And it really doesn't matter, honestly. If you're successful, they'll still say it. If you're not, you're definitely gonna hear it. So honestly, like I always say, unless you're in a 9 to 5, people will always question what you're doing. But you know what? That's because they probably didn't have the courage to do it themselves, or they're unhappy with their situation. So keep that in mind before we get into this video. Listen, I thought about this as well. I'm gonna put this clip near the beginning of the video. I'm not pretending I'm a pro in video marketing or content agency. I'm just showing you how simple this business is to start. It's not easy. We always say this, there's no easy business. But I just want to show you how simple it is to start. Yes, I've been making videos for the last 20 years of my life. I've been marketing for the last 10. But this business can truly be started with a cell phone and just a drive to gain clients. This is why I made this video, and I think this business is lucrative to anyone who has some knowledge of video creation, reel creation, or even just the ability to do the work that business owners don't have time for. Being in a small business for the last 8 years, you know you don't have time, or we knew we don't have time for everything. And just to take this off someone's plate and doing that work that no one wants to do, you know, making content, coming up with photos, captions, and consistent postings. Because realistically, anything, you know, if you're consistent with it, it's going to eventually work. If you truly put your work into what you want to do, it eventually will work out. Like, this is why even growing a social media page, if you're consistent with it and you actually dedicate yourself to building something, it will eventually work. But at the same time, when you're running a business, we know personally, you have 100 things to do. For someone to take the content creation off your plate and run your socials, that's where you would come in. Even if you don't have much experience, but you have the ability to be consistent and post for a small business in your area, that is the value in itself. Staying on top of something that someone doesn't want to do or doesn't have time to do. So this is why how to start a creative video agency or a content agency for $0 sounds easy, and it is easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. So I've given myself 365 days to make this business work, or I have to go back to a normal, regular 9 to 5 job. After selling my grocery store, we're obviously in a comfortable position to allow myself this luxury of starting a new business from scratch. So I have 365 days to make this work. This channel is going to document every single time we have a win or a loss. So anybody starting a content agency, this video is my starting point. I do have 3 clients. I literally got them by recording free reels on my phone, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I do recommend bringing a gimbal with you. It just makes it look like you know what you're doing more than just holding a phone, because anybody can shoot on a phone. This gives you a little bit of professionalism. Then, if you can find an old camera Nobody really knows much about cameras, but find an old camera. I have this Canon, it's 10 years old. Walk in to your first shoot, throw this over your neck, and all of a sudden you look a lot more professional, like you know what you're doing. You can use it, you won't, or you don't use it, it really doesn't matter, but I honestly think your phone could probably shoot better video than most of these old cameras now, but that's just my little tip for you. So, we have 365 days to make this work. So far, it hasn't been bad. I've landed 3 clients that are consistent, and then the other 2 that I have are on and off when they need something. Guys, listen, I'm no smarter than anybody here. I've been marketing my own small business. I've transferred those skills into other small businesses. Anybody can do this if you actually work hard and put your mind to it. That's basically the luxury of any business. If you really can find experience, work hard, and have some money to invest, sometimes a business can work. This one is amazing because you really don't need much overhead. Unlike my grocery store where, you know, it costs maybe $10,000 a month of overhead, this business has no overhead besides, you know, if you really want to get fancy with your editing tools, or you need Canva, or you hire an editor or something when you do scale a little bit. So keep that in mind. This is a new business venture for me. I'm going to take you along on the ride with me, just like I did with the store. In the 7-8 years I've recorded the store, this business is all about content creation for small businesses. I think there's a gap in the market because there's a lot of older generations that run these businesses that have no idea how to post, how to manage content, how to grow a following, and I think we can do that and start a lucrative business that allows me more time freedom than my previous business ever did. So far, my clients, I have 1 realtor, I have 1 cafe, I have 1 grocery store, and on and off I do work for a food wholesaler. This is on and off. And then I've done some small, you know, edits for people who are just, you know, doing walkthroughs and voiceovers, things like that. I'm gonna reiterate this many, many times over the next 365 days. You have to start with nothing. Like, even this one client I just took, a yoga class / water fitness. What interest do I have in that? It's not my thing, but it keeps money flowing in, and that's the whole point. When you just start, you have to take all the shit that comes. You cannot be picky, you cannot be lazy, you cannot only want, you know, big brands to work with you. Nobody's going to 100 in the first month. We have to start and be humble. That's the whole point of this journey, and why we have to do work for free sometimes. We have to give out free reels or free content for a client once or twice to get them looped in. That's how I got mainly these clients that I'm working with right now. So honestly, right now I'm probably bringing in about $1,500 a month. Obviously that's not going to be anything to really brag about, but when I just started, I feel like that's good enough, and I'm hoping it grows from there. Maybe in 6 months from now, I'm reporting back to you guys that I did 10K in a month, because that's everybody's dream goal on the internet, to make 10K a month. For some reason, that's the magic number. But yeah, that's it. I don't really have much else to get into. We won't get into the nitty details about, you know, delivering and the strategies to actually grow a brand online, unless the channel takes it that way. This is going to be the business side of a content agency. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you follow this journey, this new content agency business that I've started. This channel will always remain small business related, and best wishes to you.